Welcome back to NC Bassin. We're back here at Lake Norman today. It's a week from Christmas. It's getting cold. Wintertime's coming. I'm trying to show people that wintertime fishing, people act like you can catch fish when it's cold. This is a great time to fish, right? Beginning of winter, the end of winter, pre-spawn is an awesome time to fish. I'm not that great of a wintertime fisherman. We're going to go out here and try it today. I haven't caught a fish in 2 weeks, so last week I did not catch a single fish. It was too cold, or at least pond fishing. And today we're going to go out here and give it a try just to prove that you can catch fish when it's cold. The water temperature is still 55, 56 degrees, so they should still be biting good. That's the good thing about the lake, especially Lake Norman. It takes a long time to cool off, and these fish should be feeding up for the winter time. Hopefully I'm going to try to catch these fish power fishing. It's going to be a cloudy day. It's going to get up to 60 degrees. It's like 35 right now though, but it's going to be hopefully a good day to fish. I think we're going to catch them. We'll see how we do. There he is. That's a good one. Off that point right there. That is a good one. That's a largemouth. I think it's a largemouth. It is. That's the spot. It's looking. Not bad. Not bad. It's a good start right there. Nice about 15, 16 incher. Definitely take down the crankbait. There's one. Oh yeah. Oh, that actually worked. I guess the little damiki rig thing does work. Didn't see that fish on the graph or nothing, just seen that pole and assumed there might be a fish on it. It's not a bad fish. That's the one thing I do like about wintertime. And the hook just falls right out. I missed one earlier on this little thing. It's a great wintertime. You need to see them on your electronics, but a little damiki rig, my take on it. I like these little flukes. They're perfect. They just got a little 1/8 ounce jig head on there. Actually, I think it's a 1/16 ounce. I was just sitting there dangling it, suspended, and that decent sized fish. He's about probably a little bit smaller than the one I caught earlier. The little fish are not here. That's the good thing about wintertime. Less competition with these fish. That's my first fish ever on my kind of damiki rig. There's one. There he is. Finally. Closer to the steam plant and getting by. He might be a good fish. No. He's a decent little guy. Oh, and I lost him right there. Another about 15 incher. I'll take it. Oh God. That's a good fish too. I hooked him when I jerked it. Little damiki rig thing. He ain't that big. It felt like a good one. With the jerk it and there was a fish on. And they've all been about this size. Little damiki, tiny little jig head and a little fluke. The eyeballs are gone. Fourth one I've got on it. This is a little spot. Who's near the dock? I will take it. It's still freezing cold. It's only 43. I thought it'd be 60 today. I mean, it's gonna be 60 later, but it's still freezing. It's super deep here. That's good. There's one. There he is. He's a little guy. First little guy I've caught all day. And he, God dang. You think he wanted it? He ate that thing. He, oh, there. Little tiny guy. God. Wow. He about pulled the rod out of my hands. That's a good fish. It's not even a fish. That is a tree branch. With, oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. I've got a giant catfish. I mean, not a giant, but a good sized catfish. He ain't even fighting. I thought he was rolling up in the line. I thought I had a big fish, and he just came unhooked too. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is a big cat on 6-pound test line. Look at that. Came unhooked in the net. He rolled all the way up my line. That is a pretty good sized catfish. This is the first catfish I've caught on artificial this year. It's a nice blue. That is what I'm talking. He about pulled the rod out of my hands. 7.6. Not a bad sized little catfish here. Middle afternoon catching a nice catfish. 29 inches long, real skinny though. Nice blue. On the little damiki rig. Little fluke, what's left of it. God, he chewed that thing up. Just a little fluke with a jig head. Seems to be the ticket. It's a nice fish. I'd like to get a picture of him. He didn't really fight at all. He took off and then he just rolled into the line. I thought I was snagged. Let's get this guy out of here before he gets some more slime on my boat. Sometimes I like catching catfish though, but it's definitely targeting bass. You can let go now, fish. Well, thanks for that. Well, after catching that nice sized catfish, that blue, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I might try a little bit before I head out, but I really tried to show that you can catch fish when it's cold. It was kind of a struggle today though. It wasn't easy at all. I wanted to catch them power fishing. I caught one on the crankbait, but could not get anything on a jerkbait. It's perfect. Water temperature's like 56 degrees. Have been perfect for the jerkbait, you would think, but couldn't really get nothing going on the jerkbait. I threw the drop shot as usual like crazy, but surprisingly out of nowhere, the damiki rig, just a fluke on a jig head is all it really is. I use a really small one too. Seemed to outfish the drop shot today. And I mean, I definitely use a drop shot more than the damiki rig. Caught almost all my fish on this, even the catfish. This bait, just drop it down, jig it a little bit, especially if you got good electronics. You can just drop it down, see the fish, just let it hover like you're ice fishing. You're sitting there wiggling it, or just let it completely still, and the fish can't take it, they'll come eat it. These fish are real, when they get cold, you just gotta get the bait in their face, they'll still eat. That seemed to be the best bait to work today, that's for sure. I couldn't get them power fishing at all. But go ahead and get out there when it's cold. You can still catch some fish. Usually jerkbait's a good bait to use. A jig will catch you a big fish in the wintertime. Big fish are out. But go try this damiki rig. It's the first time I've ever even tried it, and it seemed to work pretty good today. So everybody else is catching them in the wintertime, so go out there and give it a try, guys.